IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain.
Feed me now.
Feed your brain.
I'm starving.
Everybody, what's going on? We are in the house, man. www.intellectualradio.com, and welcome to another Perspective.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm one of the co-hosts. My name is Maurice Walls, and we're gonna go in a different order. So to my immediate left, we have.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chicagoland, Radio Land, TV Land. This is your boy Chris Davis, aka the Smooth Cut. And to my left,
Hey, this is Ace the Real. Ace the Real. IntellectualRadio.com. Another perspective. And we finna get it crack-a-lackin'. Let's get it started.
Yo. Check this out, man. We got a lot. We're going to be talking about a lot of issues. I'm having a little technological issue right now, but I'm going to get things popping in a minute. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now in the news. One of the things I want to talk about is a gentleman, I believe his name is Stephen Clark.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I just want to say to Stephen Clark and his family, may he rest in power. Stephen Clark was a young 22-year-old African-American male in Sacramento, California, who was shot by the police. He was shot multiple times in his grandmother's backyard. And according to the police, I almost said the wrong thing. I was going to use another word that starts with P, but according to the police, they stated that when they approached him, he had firearms on him. Now, here's the crazy thing about this. First of all, they said when they approached him, first of all, he's being chased, right? Fled.
Mm-hmm.
And they said he had a gun on him, and that's the reason why they shot him. Well, when you look at the surveillance footage, based on their body cams, first of all, it's really dark out there.
Right.
That's first of all. So very low visibility. Then the second thing is they said he was reaching for a gun, but after they shot him and then they approached him, came upon the body, the slain body, all they found was a cell phone that was lit, a lit cell phone. So
Wow.
My mind is, and we're going to talk about this, we're going to go around the table. My first mindset is, if I'm chasing someone and it's low visibility and it's dark, and I see a light, in their hand, I'm not going to immediately just begin shooting them, just thinking it's a gun. The reason why he had the cell phone out, because he couldn't see. It was dark.
And he was talking to someone. From what I heard, he was talking to someone on the phone as he was running.
Right.
I heard he was on the phone and he was using the light so he can, get through the bushes to get to the person that he was on the phone with.
Absolutely. And according to the police, they said he was reaching for a gun. Now, you know what I'm saying? I don't personally own a gun, but I know all about guns. I served in the military. I know about shooting them and everything. But I've never in my life seen a gun that will light up and glow like that in the dark.
Right.
A flashlight.
And see, on top of that, I mean, you got when you trying to try to chase, if you're a cop and you trying to chase someone and you get going through a dense wooded area and you see a light, a constant light.
Right.
Common sense will say that you need to, how I could say it, this light is on compared to the flash from a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The red beam.
That's it's continuous. But if somebody got a light on, and soon as you see a light, don't say it was a flash, because it didn't go. A flash is when it goes off and on.
Right. Exactly.
Seeing a light,
A continuous light.
it's a continuous glow.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where these white police think we stupid, and then they got this idiot state's attorney trying to break it down where it was justifiable because of a light on the phone. My thing is, you should know continuous light to a standing light. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Well, my thing is with that situation, if it's a light, a regular light, it could have been a flashlight, they could at least apprehend it before even if the suspect was getting away from. They ain't have to shoot the man down for something that he's not a threat to society. If it's a beam of light, with them what you call them lights?
Infrared.
Infrared.
Yeah.
Like if it was an infrared, then that could have been a eyebrow raise right there. But a regular light from a phone, now that's a suspect, like what Ace was saying on his end. But far as the constitutional law, we're going to get to the constitutional law. Far as we don't even have the rights for far as like the gun laws, because you see a lot of cops getting away with murder, such as the Laquan McDonald situation.
Yes.
And also you have, see, we are a threat to the society. The reason why we're a threat to the society is because of the fact that we know the law, but instead that we run from the law. But we gotta know what's right from wrong, because this police thing is really getting out of hand in the society.
Yeah. Basically, man, it's like I understand what you're saying. Basically, to sum up what he's saying is like the Constitution is just not for us.
It's not.
It's really, the Constitution is really for them, and it was never. I mean, this country was never designed with the black man in mind. So yeah, my heart goes out to that family. And I was reading about the news 2 days ago, and I was like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that the state's attorney or prosecutor, or whatever the case may be, they letting these cops off? And they have the video footage that shows them popping this guy, and it's dark, and
the helicopter view.
Right.
Remember, the helicopter had the heat sensor,
Right.
so it tracked it tracked the police chasing him
and his movement.
But the thing is, even from the heat sensor from the helicopter, even showed that it was a continuous light. It wasn't a flash. See, they trying to cover those white police because they shot first instead of investigating or identifying if it was a gun or not. Only thing it was a black man running. He have a light in his hand.
And he's a suspect.
Yep.
So that's it's already registered in their head about black folk.
We're
and you wonder
society.
why. See. Yep. I'm gonna make it brief because I don't even want to look. Everything rolls downhill when you got a corrupt justice system, a corrupt these people that's running these offices, the government. Then you got jealous and racist cops that's doing this, and you wonder why the streets is where it is now.
Exactly.
You want to show transparency, right? But you're not.
Right.
Every time something happened with the police all over the world, they want to come with the union. Oh, I fear for my life. It was a light. But at the same time, 2 shots could have took that boy down.
Yes.
But you continuously shot.
How many times was it?
That
22?
means you wasn't trying to subdue or knock down. You was trying to kill.
Absolutely.
So when you have a killing mentality, that makes you guilty because you're supposed to be a diffuser, not fuel.
Right.
Now here it is, this woman. So you telling me this mother of this man lost a child because of protocol? No.
That's basically what it sounds like.
And your protocol is wrong. It's flawed. It's baseless.
Yep.
What it is, you taught your police from the academy.
Yes. Yep.
On up to when they actually graduated from the academy to shoot black folk.
Right.
Because even when they doing their little things, they popping up black people.
Yep.
Little JoJo with his hat, baggy pants. They
when they're doing their training,
in the training,
firearms training. Yep.
You can freeze me with that. Only way you're gonna be able to even have the community on your side. And if you notice, that's divided, especially here in Chicago.
You're right.
All the people that's in Evergreen, Oakland, Burnham, Burnside, all them little small inner city suburbs,
Right.
they all for the police. And if you notice, all of them white.
Absolutely.
But you go on the other side of Kedzie, it's a dividing. That's
Going
the
towards
dividing
East
line.
Way.
Yep.
Going the east way, you know, you don't have the community representing or trying to infuse their community with the police because the police has done so much damage, and you wonder why these kids, kids and young adults, are fending for themselves and have the "I don't care" mentality. Is because not only what they see outside their door, it's also a chain reaction of what they see inside their house. And if you got two knives, that's like fighting a two-headed sword.
Yeah.
You know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I just found it like really interesting, man. And now, and they, the police, they always, man, I mean, they just have a history of doing this. They're passionate about doing this. All they want to do is dig up the guy's past. Or they said the young man had mental health illnesses. I mean, come on, if you black in America,
We all
you
got
mental
mental
health
health.
illness. All right, being subjected.
Living in the society that we live in
Right.
make us mentally challenged.
Absolutely.
And then they want to bring up the fact, well, he broke into a couple of cars and stuff like that. Look, let me explain something to you.
Theft
America-
is not designed to kill.
Right, exactly. That just because you break into a couple cars, and I'm not here to to condone, right, to validate or condone stealing or theft, but that does not give you the right. That is not a what you call a green light or green card or a passport for you to kill somebody. They said the same thing about Laquan McDonald. And the argument they were trying to bring up here to these conservative people, well, he wasn't a very productive young man in society.
So
it's a whole bunch of people that, matter of fact, there's an actor right now that everybody's familiar with. He was in Transformers. He's been in several movies. His name is Mark Wahlberg.
Uh-huh.
And Mark Wahlberg, when he was about 15 years old, he attacked. He grew up kind of, in that
He was in the
society,
game.
right?
He was in the game.
Yeah, and he was prejudiced. He was racist.
He was racist.
He attacked people of Indian descent. I'm talking about people from India, not Native Americans. Indian descent, dark like us, from India, and left. And you guys can look this up. You can Google this. And left one of the guys permanently blind and put him in a coma. And he did that when he was 15. And I didn't see a police shoot him down 16 times.
Right.
So when people come to me talking about, well, they're not these young people are not very productive. Who is? At 15 years old, you're not a man.
You still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You still
But
growing.
see, that's the racism within the system.
Right.
If he was a young white boy, you know what
they
I'm
would have
saying?
apprehended
They
him.
would have put him all through these programs.
Right.
Got him a big brother, psychologist.
They probably would have gave him some Burger Kings too.
And maybe popped the anxiety pill,
Right.
and everybody writing up good stuff about him so he won't go, you know what I'm saying?
Ballistic.
But at the same time, you have an African American young brother that's in the same form as him. But because his skin color is dark,
Right.
they not accepting that he have these type of problems as the white boy.
Right.
But what they want to do is give him prison time. Then on top of that, they're gonna label him as a bad kid, and now that track record and people that's cops or social workers that still have some type of contact in the community that will see him. Now here you go.
Mhm.
Now they want to pick him because now they want to make sure when he make a move, they can be justified in killing him. That's
Right.
purging, But then you got to look at the flip side. You got to fix the family. Well, we don't. The family got to fix themselves.
Right.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
At the end of the day, but you gotta understand even the parents has been through a struggle to the point where they're about mentally disabled in a sense, bad relationships, ongoing bad relationships. Then when you get to a point where you got a ready-made family, I'll say that. Now here it is, you're going back in your mind, and then the kids see that, and they grow up seeing that. They seeing the abuse, they seeing the argument. excuse me,
Mhm.
they seeing the self-destruct in the schools, on the street, at the store. They seeing it firsthand, you know. And if it's repetitive, if it's keep being repetitive and repetitive for years and years and years and years, what you expect gonna happen when they get to our
Right.
age? Because they wasn't mentally focused on life,
Mhm.
because the part of their life was an ongoing, abuse situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
got a question.
What's up?
My question is, if you are a white officer, and if I'm bagging away from the situation, and you
You're
get
not
your
a threat.
am I a threat to
No.
to that? And why would you shoot me numerous of times, even though I have a weapon, even though I can drop the weapon down and back up like nothing happened? Am I a threat to the society?
I got something. Check this out.
That's the
Shit.
last topic. We're gonna segue to another topic.
Right.
Mhm.
Look, check this out.
What's up?
Sugar Rush, one of my friends,
Hey,
a
Sugar Rush.
beautiful sister, my baby girl. She said, answer this question:
What's
how
up?
many black officers has killed a Caucasian, a man, boy, or white woman?
Well, according to the statistics,
That's what I
sister,
wanted to inquire with you.
Yeah,
What you would say.
well, sister Sugar Rush, thank you so much for chiming in. According to statistics, it's nowhere near the amount
Not even a split hair.
of the white cops who have slain African American men or Latino men too. Latino brothers and sisters.
I'm gonna add to that. Even if it was a black cop that killed a minority Caucasian human being,
Mhm.
I believe they would have got the death threat, lethal injections, or it could have been they would have got.
You talking about the cop?
Yeah, the black cop.
Yeah.
If a black cop was to shoot a white Caucasian bystander that's a non-threat to the society, you best believe that they're gonna have lethal injections with not even a probable cause. And for one, he or she will lose their license and will have death lethal injections.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what my perspective on that note would be.
Check this out. And then here go another one. My cousin Arquis said, in this small town across the USA, there are plenty of meth heads, whites very unproductive.
Yes.
I
Now,
call it
this is my thing
zombies.
on that. On my thing about that.
Oh.
You don't hear the police killing a meth head because he didn't stab his wife.
Ooh.
That's a Caucasian.
Really?
But you'll see a white cop killing a black man running away in maybe 4 or 5 states. And maybe last year we had about 8 to 10 murders from a cop that did that. But you would not see a white cop killing a white civilian.
Yep.
Even though if he's a threat.
Think about it. Look at the boy that ran up into the school and shot all them people.
Oh yeah, he's not. Oh, he's not a threat statistically.
Look, they came with everything. They came with everything, but they walked that boy out.
Yep.
Now think about the man at the post office.
Oh,
and I talked about this 2 weeks ago. Now check this out. He been there 15 years.
Okay.
Yep.
Black man, right?
15 straight black years. Black man.
Okay.
15 years.
Yep.
Now, out of 15 years, now all of a sudden y'all do a background check and say that he had a theft or something in his background, so they had to let him go.
Really?
But y'all let him work that whole day and then call him into the office.
So use his labor.
He left, and that's how he left and came back.
Right.
And shot up the place.
Now, think about this. He's out there in the suburbs. He been on his job 15 years, nonstop. 401k, his retirement plan package, all of that down the drain because of something that he had in his background 10 years ago.
Right.
Now, think about it. He covering his whole house. I'm not condoning what he did.
Okay.
But I understand why he did it. Because now you're taking away the fruits of his labor.
His foundation.
And yeah, he might have had. Look, what triggers people's mental? if they can control, or if reality, just like if somebody wished to throw a grenade, not a grenade, but half a stick of dynamite, and boom, you get shocked. How about him going through that same shock value when he knew all of this was on the line because they went and did a background check? But then he killed not the people, the workers. He went to the administration.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And killed the whole board. That's the thing. But they want to go into, that goes back what Marcus said. They want to go in your background. They want to dig up old stuff. Who ain't got old stuff in their background?
Right. If anybody,
you wouldn't be the police, a human.
The police got a ton of bones in their skeletons
in their closet. And then you got to think about these priests. All the skeletons that they had.
Oh, we gonna go there, huh?
No, I was just using. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna do
there.
I just
wanted to lean back on that.
No, I just wanted to make
we ain't talk about that skeletons.
Okay, well, we're gonna segue to another topic. I read on Facebook. It was about Bill Cosby. It was some good news that it was told that he's going to be released real soon. From yes, that's what I heard.
TMZ said it.
It was like on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. It was a guy. It was something good that happened because it wasn't no evidence hardly about what really happened, which happened like over 30-some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it's like you can't really contest that. I mean,
what happened 30 years ago?
Well, because he throwing a party and he drugged them and all.
Well, let's go back. Y'all young, so let me just throw this in and then y'all take it.
I just want to think
think about
real quick.
You remember the T's and Blues, the black diamonds, the tack. See, that was their ecstasy.
Yeah, Spanish fly
and all of that. That's their ecstasy.
Oh, that's back in the
days.
Okay,
and everybody was doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And now, because you got to think about it. They could have been brought this up, even just had the allegation out there.
Yeah,
you can
brought this up years ago.
But right, but when we're gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. When he was talking about buying NBC, all of this came out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He was acquitted the first time because he beat him at their own game, but then they come back, and one technicality got the man 3 to 10.
No. 3 to
10.
Yeah.
And then I read that the prisoner's been taking care of Bill. He straight.
No.
He works out, he kick it, he in his cell. He told his wife, hey, this ain't too bad. Because the brothers love him.
Right.
They was made by his stuff.
Right.
Right. They basically idolized the man while he was in there.
So you think a prison, and he's an icon that's a real icon that changed people's lives, then educated.
Well, he's the number one American dad in
the world. So don't you think some of them inmates wish they had a dad like Bill Cosby?
Because they looked up to him as a role model. Because me personally, I looked up to him. I mean, for him to feel like misused for what they done to him, and I hate the fact that it happened to him. But what he did on the impact of these inmates that done something to them dramatically.
Yeah.
So it's like they needed something that they can relate. A father figure, a great role model. Some of us that never experienced that growing up in the society, especially in Chicago or any other city, because that's what's missing in our young youth. Like for instance, not today. Was it Thursday? No, Wednesday. I took my son to go see one of my best friend's son. He plays for Purdue University. Shout out to Purdue University basketball team.
Purdue.
Young fella named Travion Williams. My son was so excited to see Trey play his first college basketball game. And it really embraced him. It really motivated him, because now it makes a child say, you know what, I want to go to school and do this. and be inspired.
Right.
And that's what's missing in this community. You have to get these kids involved in something that they never experienced.
Yeah.
And I like to chime in on as far as like dealing with Bill Cosby. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate. Now, like I'm gonna piggyback off what Chief A said. Now, back in the day, you had the Spanish fly attack and all these other different terms they use. And think about this. I'm not gonna say that Bill Cosby did not participate in maybe a couple of those things because that was very popular. They do it in Hollywood or Hollywood.
Yeah.
Say it again.
40 women.
Because
And
all of
then
them
35 years later, 40 women.
Come on now.
Now, I know the Me Too organization, they would come at me like, okay, young man, you young, you don't know what's going on. No, I do know what's going on. And the thing about it is, what I see, I'm not saying that he did not commit at least a couple of those acts. I think in one of the depositions, I think he said, yeah, I did, drop a couple of drops of the, what do they call the Spanish fly, or what do they call Quaaludes in there. But all 40 women, I mean,
because
come on,
all of them, bro, all 40 of them.
That's
was
really
in,
stretching it.
Yeah, 40. But think about it, 40 women.
That's an eyebrow
and now
raise.
all of a sudden, these 40 women come up, and
testify.
one of them looked like a dude.
We was mentioning about
what I'm
that
saying?
a couple of episodes ago.
So that's wishy-washy, man.
Yeah.
I still said, why y'all didn't ban hands then? Regardless of what perception a person, they talk about me, they talked about, they talked about Jesus Christ, but you're a woman. And if he did this, why you didn't come out earlier?
Women,
game?
And you gonna
women,
wait,
you gotta
and
come
then
with
the Me
30-some
Too,
years
if
later.
you look at it, the Me Too, actually, if you really looked at it like I did, they had bagged up from it.
Mm-hmm.
They bagged up from a lot of stuff that these allegations. Why you think Me Too ain't said nothing about this R. Kelly thing? You see what I'm saying?
So
then on top of that, the Me Too movement separated with some lady that was part of the Me Too movement, saying that she was saying Islamic rhetoric. You see what I'm saying?
Some radical stuff.
It's some radical stuff. So come on. Now, if it's being tarnished with inside stuff, yes, these sisters have been through struggle. I'm talking about the ones that actually came out that was hurt. That's who we ride with.
Right.
The people that was locked up to radiators and things like that, them the people you ride with. Right. But don't wait till the sisterhood get strong. And now, he put some cheesy blues in my drink. But he was a star and you was a groupie and you rolled with it.
That's right.
That's how I feel about this R. Kelly deal.
Absolutely.
Because
no woman is gonna go to a celebrity's hotel at 2 a.m. in the morning and not expect what are you going for? A Bible? You going for a Bible study?
Or give a hard hug?
Because in 3 hours it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Right. So you already know what time it is. You finna having the last nightcap.
Right. There you go.
Some smoke a little weed, some of them toot the blow, or whatever the case may be, whatever floats your boat.
Little vodka and cranberry.
But
hey.
That goes with the R. Kelly thing. And like I said, I don't condone nothing. If he done this, I condone nothing because I got daughters.
Right.
And like I said, if my daughter was which I got 2 daughters that can blow. Yeah. And if they was trying to get in R. Kelly's camp, I'm there like skin on their body.
Like an eagle.
You see what I'm saying? Because I know how the industry works.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If you're a dedicated father or mother, you're not going to let your daughter leave her sight, your sight.
That's right.
First and foremost. But these up and coming young ladies that had some talent, that was maybe did a couple of background spots on some of his albums, the choir, whatever. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, when he was whining and dining, and y'all was on that freaky deaky, you rolled with it. He took you shopping. He took you to certain VIP spots.
Put money in your pocket.
Some of them gave it up for free. Didn't want nothing. They just wanted to be in the limelight of R. Kelly.
Status,
now check this out. Mm-hmm. When he was buying you all that stuff and giving you your money, $2,000-3,000 every other week or so, you know what I'm saying, taking care of you. It was all butter.
Yep.
But when he cuts you off and say, I'm done,
It's
now
a
all
problem.
of a sudden,
It's a problem.
you know, surviving R. Kelly. Now, like I said, if he did it, he have to pay for it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
But some of them women is suspect. And the main chick, Savage, the girl Savage, somebody got leaked tapes on YouTube where she was sitting here lying on R. Kelly. I lied. I was just trying to get the exposure. You know, the 15 minutes of fame.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's not
And
right.
then the tape that they have, and I'm going to say it again,
Mhm.
is the tape that they tried to convict them on the last time.
Yep.
They threw that out. You ain't heard on the news yet of the second tape.
Nope.
Because it ain't no second tape. You think I wasn't looking for it when it first came out? I wanted every seat. If you got 12 play, I wanted 12 tapes.
Right.
I'm being honest. I
Right.
wanted to see who he was knocking boots with.
Right. We just want to keep it real.
I'm a dude.
Right.
You know, and now all of a sudden, regardless of what he do in the bedroom, I know people that dealt with him and they was young. But like they said, they told me today, they said, we knew what we was doing at 12 and 13 when we was around R. Kelly. We was being fast. And if me and my friend tried to debate on which one was going to go with R. Kelly.
That was it.
You see what I'm saying? So we got grown women that was doing it then, coming out and say, well, if that's the case, y'all tripping about a GoFundMe page. The man ain't broke. The man got people that got money, and that's where he put his money at.
Right.
So if y'all want to go on the media and say that this lady that had a child death, and she got paid for that, and whatever the case may be, y'all can go on and believe that. But this man get royalties every month.
Oh, yeah,
Off that music.
Off the music, yeah.
Especially Space Jam, the song he did the soundtrack for, that's forever.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the Lion King?
Oh, that's even, come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
We could. Oh, you know what? That was the most memorable
Celine
moment.
Dion, Michael Jackson.
That's the most memorable
He
moment.
wrote for Charlie Wilson.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Think about
Uncle Charlie.
Yes.
The Muhammad
Snoop
Ali,
put the money into Charlie Wilson
because
he was
that's
Uncle Charlie.
Yeah, Uncle Charlie. That's Uncle Charlie for you.
But Snoop ain't in the R&B business.
No.
So who you think he called? Hey, Kales, holla at me, man. I got about 200,000 plus you royalties on you write my man's song.
Yeah.
He wrote his whole first album. Not alone other up and coming. They still want him to write. He going through this dilemma. People, he getting paid now.
Still to this day.
They took his passport because they found out Russia wanted him over there, somewhere over there, Russia.
Yeah, to perform, yeah.
They wanted him to perform, and they had to get a whole bigger venue because the people sold out the tickets. They had a mid-sized venue. You know what I'm saying? They did that. All of a sudden, now they're coming out with Michael Jackson. The man is in the ground. See, y'all trying to taint their names.
They ridiculing their names.
Because
That's all
you gotta
it is.
understand. You gotta understand what power they had in the industry. Why you think he called himself the Pied Piper? If y'all know the old myth of the Pied Piper, he'd blow his flute. He had all the rats and the roaches and everybody
dancing.
Right. And had them doing everything, giving the money up.
Controlling.
That's how you controlled it. Because he's R. Kelly. A lot of them women just wanted to be in the mix of his circle. Now they trying to find anything about human trafficking.
That's crazy.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Now they trying to throw charges on his manager and everybody.
Yeah, that one right there is a little, in my opinion, that's a little far stretch, man.
That's an eyebrow raise.
The human trafficking, I don't know about that. Now, he did have a couple issues in the past, and you brought up a good point, and Chris brought up a good point. I think it has a lot to do with the parents, because there's no way.
That's the girl they talking about now that's still at the house with him. Right. She said, he ain't doing nothing to me.
Right. And there's no way the parents should even allow. May Aaliyah rest in power. She was very talented, beautiful, young black woman, African-American woman. I still cannot wrap my head around R. Kelly being 26 and she was 15 and they got married.
And you know what they got married for? Because she had signed the contract with him, and the family orchestrated that.
See, that's
See, I didn't know that
See,
part.
the family
I didn't know that
orchestrated
part.
that.
See,
Because
Now, that's something new to me. I didn't know
yes,
about that.
she was infatuated with R. Kelly. But then you get Demi and Dash doing a podcast talking about Aaliyah told him this and that and the third, and Leah said that he wasn't a good man and all of this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Why she didn't say it?
Very skeptical.
Now, when she left Kells, why she didn't say it? That's the thing. Don't wait until she's dead and gone, and now all of a sudden Kells is in it. Now, Damian Dash, soon after she left Kells, you started dating her, so she was 17. And then on top of that, she started messing around with Jay-Z. That's when she made 18. And then she stopped messing with both of y'all and went over there to Timberland.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I follow music because I used to do music.
Right.
And I used to hear the stories, read about them. But in your mind, you got to use common sense.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you got to understand the clauses in the contracts.
Yes.
Who got paid up front 20,000, 15,000. Here, I'll give you 10,000 here to get your house together because she's a talented girl. And we'll just, when she start making money, we'll just get that 10,000 from that. Sign on bonuses.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. When you sign that blood doctrine.
Yeah, and see,
the blood
and you got to think about it. Now, I don't know if it was, okay, I'm going to make sure y'all straight this and that and the third. And the mamas and them kept coming to Kells. You got my daughter. You can look out for me. This, you know how black folks is when it come down to money. Ooh. Come on. Ooh. You see funerals. The man ain't, or the woman ain't even in the ground yet. And here it is. They going in the house, taking all their stuff out the house, trying to find out what type of accounts he got or she got. They going in the pockets to see if he had leftover money. You know, I know black. We black. I know black families.
Sure, they got money in the socks.
You know what I'm saying? They searching everything. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see if you got that sock in there. Let me see if you got some money in there.
I'm done.
You good?
Yeah. So here's the thing about the Me Too organization. Before we segue into the next topic, the Me Too organization still has to take into consideration that there's a lot of other stuff that's going on within these cases that has not been brought to the surface yet. There's a lot of things going on. Brother Ace, Chris just brought up the point about, we were talking about R. Kelly before we get off this topic in the arranged orchestrated marriage that he had with Aaliyah. The family had to be involved because this is how this is how people, and like I said, no disrespect to Aaliyah or her family, but this is how people want to boost their status. You know what I'm saying? This is how people want to elevate and get into the Hollywood.
Throw this at you and I'm going to leave it alone.
What's up?
But R. Kelly ex-wife, she orchestrating all of this.
You talking about with the surviving R. Kelly thing?
All of this.
Okay.
She mad because she cut her off from that child support.
Wow. I mean,
she wants
like what, 21 now?
Yeah, these kids grown, but she wants the back pay.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because
if you notice, she was on that one of them reality shows on TV One or something.
Yeah,
she was on one of them reality.
She's just trying to get some money.
But she ain't got her numbers up on Instagram and all of this stuff. And like I said before, the state's attorney that's on there, he better tread water lightly. And Eddie Johnson needs to tread water lightly. Because y'all sitting here, trying to contemplate. Y'all, the police got a bad rap. So now they want to bring somebody at least where they can get some claps for. Mm-hmm. See, it's all about this pride thing with the police.
Right.
But, and all this fake reform, they still shooting folks. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're going to curb a lot of this crime is bring resources to these neighborhoods.
Hello.
Say it again, Ace.
That's the perfect topic to
bring
into.
Affordable housing and adequate education.
Yes.
That's you know what I'm saying?
Segue.
And you involve,
you own it.
You involve your community. Yes, you can't give the whole community jobs. But if you get some people, if I had the third ward, Out from each corner of the third ward and the middle, I will grab people. I will first set up where we can build, and people that want to tear down or whatever, that be a part of the community. You in my community making this money, we get a part of this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought that up.
You know,
because
and then in the educational field, and I said this to one of my rich buddies the other day. He asked me, he said, Ace, who you think gonna win? Preckwinkle or Lori Lightfoot, right? And I said, Lightfoot. He said, why? I said, I'm gonna tell you why. She the first African American woman that's openly gay.
Yes, that's very true.
So that means, bro,
it's gonna be a lot of money.
She got a lot of the gay community.
She got an army behind her.
An army.
Yes.
And I said this before I went into another subject of her. I said, look at it, bro. The gay community got a lot of juice in these towns these days.
Yes, they do.
They got a lot of power,
yes, they
a
do.
lot of money.
Literally, yes, they do.
They want to be, they want to be heard. So you think they not going to be on her team versus a Preckwinkle that, and people, and this is what he said, because people say she's under the closet. I don't care about your preference.
Right.
I'm looking at your status.
Right.
And Preckwinkle,
what can you generate to the city?
Is not impressive to me.
No.
I would rather, you know what? And I didn't even vote for, not even Willie Williams. That's my boy. Mm-hmm. But you know who I was expecting to be an underdog, and that was my girl Mara.
Yeah.
Why?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. This is my perspective. Yes, she had a lot of money problems with her school education and loans that she had. She's showing the world that she's a typical African American woman that was trying to strive to be the best in what she did. And she went to school and she took out these loans, but showing that she couldn't even get the job she wanted to pay these loans back.
Yep.
You see, she went to school.
I'm experiencing that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would rather for a person that been through the struggle, that's fresh, that will heal the community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she will go into the heart of bullets.
I'm with you, yeah.
Young black African American sister that's educated.
Yep.
Now, back then I was Team Fox, but she been doing things. Yes, you helping all these brothers that was wrongfully convicted on all this. Thank you. That's supposed to happen. That's your job to do that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Did nobody else ride on it? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Now, because you got ties to certain people and certain things, you want to recuse yourself. You want to stay on the back burner. You want to look around the window. You know what I'm saying? You better tread the water lightly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
Because we are the same people that got you in. We be the same people that get you out. And I don't like Uncle Tom, Eddie Johnson.
Ooh.
Ever since he got the kidney from his son, he been pro-white.
Man.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be honest. Because while you trying to denigrate somebody, you's a brother. Yep. And you should know what a brother struggles through. Regardless of the law, you will get stuff done if you keep it real with your own people. Your camera, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. But I mean, like I talked to black cops. I said, thank you. And he was like, thank me for what? Thank you for being black in our neighborhood, because I'm getting tired of seeing white police. And he said, I understand, bro. I said, now, I asked him a question. How many people you had to check today? He said, quite a few. Did they resist? Yeah, one or two of them want a fat mouth, but I understand why. But what about the other ones? He said they walked away because I was a black cop. You'll get more respect if you keep it real. If you're supposed to be a diffuser of crime or anything that's finna be, the first thing is in your mind is to diffuse, not arrest and kill.
That's right. Neutralize the threat. Neutralize the threat does not mean neutralize doesn't mean kill somebody. It means to diffuse, bring things down. And getting back to what we were talking about the mayoral candidates. There's no way in the world. And this is coming from Brother Reese. And thank you for chiming in to www.intellectualradio.com. Another perspective. I'm not rolling with Tony Preckwinkle, aka Queen Sugar, because this woman got ideals to raise taxes, man, above. I mean, it's already bad. Cook County, we got like the highest tax bracket in the nation. And then we're gonna vote for somebody who's gonna raise the taxes even higher, because they're gonna go from a sugar tax to a salt tax.
Now watch. Okay, what you say?
Oh, just briefly.
Okay, just to throw a door and arrow on what you said, and then you wonder why Black folks is being resistant to the Obama library, because what they saying, we want that in our community.
Yes,
we want all of that, but I want a clause where people that's living here don't have to pay higher rent or higher taxes.
Yes.
So the property owners get a tax break. So does the residents.
Right.
Yes.
And that's all. And some of the proceeds go into the educational field. That just like if you go to Hyde Park, from the lake all the way back. Look at all the grammar schools that's in Hyde Park. That's getting excellent type of government grants, because some of the people that lives in Hyde Park that works those $350,000 jobs, or maybe $275,000 jobs, they pay back into their community.
Yes, they do.
They tax.
Yeah, and the University of Chicago. You're right.
So why we can't do the same thing?
Yes.
But you set up
because we're struggling in the
like
community.
I said, put affordable housing. I'm not saying build another project, but make townhomes. You can make a gated community with all that property. They say no, y'all can take it to Washington Park, because you know why? Because the Bug Billionaire Parade is one of the biggest parades of the world.
That's right.
It is.
And they want to try to denigrate that because it's too many Black folks at one time.
And then they figured that it was going to be a lot of gun violence in that area during the Bud Billiken Parade.
Yeah. So I mean, we need. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
But we was going to wrap it up.
No, we still got.
We got. Okay.
But I just want to make one more quick point. Yeah. When this when this voting time comes around, we're down to the last two mayoral candidates. Hey, I'm not telling you who to vote for, but what I'm going to tell you one thing: make sure you study the background of each of these candidates, and most importantly, make sure you go out and vote. Don't complain. Vote.
Yeah, my thing is, you know what I heard on V103 today? They do that talk in the morning before the gospel come on.
Yeah.
Not inspirational. 13.9. That's on
our show, like V103.
No, V103. They have some very good topics early, from like 6 to 8 2-hour show.
Okay.
And he had said one thing that really got to me. He said, kids don't look at television anymore like that. They look at more social media.
Yep.
They always on Instagram. They always on Facebook. They always on Google. They always
on Twitter.
Twitter or Snapchat. Anything that's going to have them kids. And
they're intrigued about
that phone.
Yeah.
So they were saying, if Amari would have spent more money into the social media,
to promote her campaign,
she would have got more points.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all better watch out for that girl, because she's coming back strong next time.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna come back strong.
She's a female Obama. If you think about him, Obama was not a person that was a typical talk at the table. He started on the grassroots.
That's right.
And as an advocate,
and look where he is now.
And now think about that. Now, only thing Michelle should do is cuff her and walk her through it
and bring it to her team.
Yeah. Now that's where you get a rookie that like playing football.
Yeah,
We got a rookie.
My favorite
Or a
sports.
freshman that's bad. He got skills.
Mhm.
But if you tune him up a little bit,
Yeah.
he'll be a Hess or something. You know,
Right.
another the future Walter Payton. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right.
If
He needs to be
Michelle
groomed.
grab
She
her,
needs to be groomed.
y'all better watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
again, like Reese was saying, make sure you go out there and vote. Voting is very important for our community. We need to make a difference in our community as well. We need to teach our children how to grow and love amongst each other in our community. Feel time to get into the neighborhoods and, communicate with one another with brotherly and sisterly love. So I'm going to end that with that segment.
Yeah. So how much time do we have left before?
How many talk about what? We can keep going.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this then.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
You have what? 15? Okay. She said. Okay, 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
So okay. So basically, we can give out our shout outs and condolences to anybody.
Yeah, I would love to give a condolence to very dear friend that I grew up with. I've been knowing her, and right now it's recording, but I'm gonna have to see if this can go live. But I've been knowing this young lady since I was 14 years old. Her name was Tosh. Unfortunately, she she made her transition to the universe. She died of breast cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she was young. She was only like 38 years
Are you
old.
serious?
Yeah, and this was yesterday. So
Get the mammograms, women.
yeah, so
Get them.
get those mammograms.
You know, them girls. Make sure they check them girls now.
Yeah.
And them boy and brothers, check them boys.
Yeah, you gotta
Right.
check them.
Them hanging ones, check them.
Yeah.
So I
Check them.
just want to say I love you all, Aaliyah, Tanya. She's leaving behind a 11-year-old daughter. I think her daughter's name is Yuri. Sorry if I mispronounced the name, but I just want to say I love the family. I know they're probably going to have the funeral in Florida because that's where she passed. Because she was here in Chicago, she moved to Florida. She had got a job down in Florida, I think being like a masseuse or something like that, because she was a licensed masseuse.
In Florida, you make money off of anything. Even
Right.
rocks on the ground. You
Right.
get paid.
Wow.
So yeah, I give a shout out to her family. I love you all. Send my condolences. And I wanted, like I said, once again, as we started when we started the top of the show, I want to give my condolences to the Clark family because I'm like, it's just crazy, man. This is madness that that this young man, 22 years old, had to be shot down like that, and
Right.
the police and
it was a oops situation. Oops.
20 times.
Right.
One time.
Right.
And for all the people that lost loved ones in the street, even the ones over the weekend on 79th, there was a shooting. I don't know if it was at a club. I didn't get it all.
I heard about that. Yes.
Yes. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, the Carruthers family, a SMOP, all of y'all. Vincent Powell, you already know your little brother. You know it's gonna be one of my homeboys in my heart all day. It's time to stop. And since we still got a few minutes, I want to say this. Eddie Johnson in the stuff that he put on
let's get back to
TV,
Eddie Johnson.
talking about crime went down because of the police shootings. No, what it is, a lot of people starting to wake up. And we just got to grab the ones that's still out there, still zombified. I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people have been dropping dead off these pills. And it scared a lot of these little young folks.
Yep.
And a lot of them stopped popping them pills. We still got quite a few popping them pills. You know what I'm saying?
But eventually it's going to stop.
But it's going to slow. It's going to dissipate because the simple fact, people, close friends that was active and strong and vibrant just dropped dead, off these pills. Yeah. So I think a lot of people in the neighborhood is starting to slowly get back to loving each other again.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying through the message.
And any disputes that ones have, it's fixable. It don't have to turn out to be a gunplay, and the ones that's doing these drive-bys, you're coward. Mm-hmm. And I said in your face, you can shoot me, whatever. You're gonna still hear in your head, you're a coward.
If you leave the church, you're gonna be a coward
because you're shooting out of a window and you ain't even hitting the people that you hitting. you want to hit. You hitting innocent bystanders
Or anybody and everybody. Yeah.
you know. And then these people. Now I'm gonna tell you what's going on. This human trafficking. They've been trying to snatch kids close to the skyway because it ain't no way for the police to chase them. So evidently they going outside Indiana.
I didn't know
You
about
see what I'm
that's
saying?
something new.
Yeah.
I hope you guys listening on another
Yes, 'cause
perspective.
I think it was kids that could have got snatched over here on 79th and Phillips. Anything, if you got to understand, if you look at it, every time a kid is being harassed or potentially trapped, why? What's wrong? Hold on. Go ahead, continue.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hey guys. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
continue. Keep it rolling.
Okay.
Keep it rolling.
Sorry about that, guys. We just had
79
we had a little bit
technical difficulties, and then we
Yeah.
back. We
Yeah.
back. We back.
We back.
Yeah. We're gonna have
Oh,
to
somebody's gonna get his
Yeah.
ass.
the
Get his
muscle
ass
muscle.
whooped. I'm telling you. But anyway, if you
Sorry
notice,
about that.
even I'm sorry, people, but
Yeah.
my engineer screamed, so I had to roll.
Right. And she's a
But-
woman.
And she's a woman,
Yeah,
so
I sure looked
he's
up like-
gonna get beat, whoever it was. But anyway, just to go back, if you notice, if you look at this, every time they flash on the news saying that a white truck or
Yeah, they
some
keep
type
going
of,
around with that.
this
Yeah.
white truck
Go ahead.
or some type of SUV type of deal, a person pull out a gun on them and somebody will jump out and try to grab them and they fight back. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, every time it's a situation right there, it's always by an expressway or a dark street where they can go and get away. You see what I'm saying? So just be mindful, you young ladies, like the male girl that was pregnant. They still ain't found her.
Right, man.
Oh my God.
And then
that was crazy.
just a few maybe last year sometime, what was her name? Manny or some on 63rd Woodlawn area where she went into the building and never came back.
Oh, right.
But all
right.
the time her boyfriend killed her, put it in a suitcase, and they can't even find the suitcase. Because you know why? They took it to the dump site. Once it go to the dump site, it crushes it.
Ooh.
They go through the conveyor. I used to work at a site like that.
Wow, that's deep.
So, you know, but while we sitting up here, while the police is sitting up here trying to investigate on nothing issues, them the issues you need to be worried about.
Right.
That's when you supposed to come to your community, some of the communities around there. Hey, listen, I know y'all don't have much respect for us, but we need to do this for this person.
Absolutely.
And from that point on, that that's how you start building relationships.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you, bro, because it's like, you know, you got the superintendent Eddie Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know the cat personally. However, like some of the chess moves he's been making, I'm seeing in the media, is really, really not sitting well in my system. Especially, you know, getting on that, getting back to that Juicy Smollett case, or Juicy, whatever his name is.
You said it right, Juicy.
Yeah, that's, you know, when the superintendent came out and said, you know, he was saying that was Jussie Smollett's act was despicable and this and that. First and foremost, even before I even get to the act of Jussie Smollett, whatever he did, I never heard Superintendent Eddie Johnson. I'm coming at you, man to man, bro. Young man to an old man. I never heard you once say anything about Van Dyke. His act, you never called his acts despicable. The one who Jason Van Dyke, who shot Laquan McDonald.
He didn't even say anything about that.
Because
but you called Jussie Smollett's act despicable. And I would like to know, right before I move over to you, Chris, because I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I ain't trying to, you know, take up all the time. I just want to know, when Eddie Johnson got on live television and made these comments, made this declaration, I want to know, when did Jussie Smollett, in his deposition or in any of his interviews, when did he ever say that he was dissatisfied with his salary? So I'm only going to pass the mic over to Chris, but because that was the whole thing Eddie Johnson was talking about. He said, well, he orchestrated this because he was dissatisfied with his salary, and that's why he planned this attack. I never heard him say
anything
one
about
time.
his
Well,
salary.
let's do it like
But
this
go ahead,
here. You got to look at the media, right, and what they feed off feedbacks with the media. Far as they paying the man not to say nothing, they paying him under the table for the little hush hush, just for what you said about the kidney thing and the transplant thing. So
yeah, that was Brother Ace.
Yeah, basically he just getting paid under the table for that particular act because, like I said, something is really about to stir some trouble in the city of Chicago. I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna tell you what it is,
but we just got to keep our eyes and ears open when this election comes real soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, I'm gonna throw a little something about this Millet and the Nigerians.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Come on with it.
I have had a lot of run-ins with Nigerians. I'm not talking about Jamaicans.
Oh, you talking about that?
I'm not talking about all the Ghana, the Ghanaians or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Nigerians. First of all, y'all come over here to get the American dream. I'm proud of you about that. But then y'all get these work visas. Y'all go to school, which y'all get go to school for free.
Yep.
With and they don't have to pay no student loans or nothing like that. And then when they get the position or the job, then you start downing American black folks.
Yes.
I have a problem with that.
I've seen that.
Because where were you when Martin, Malcolm, Garvey, and all the Jesse back then, and all these religious fighters and freedom fighters, where you Nigerians was then?
Yeah.
But y'all was so happy when Muhammad Ali went to Nigeria to do the Thriller in Manila.
Right. So
you see what I'm saying? So why you sitting up here trying to down the American black folk? Because you sit here and sell us out by tricking on us, by lying on us, stealing. I don't trust them little young punks. Because I felt it was some freaky deaky stuff going on.
Yep.
And he wasn't going. And they came up with this concoct story that we're going to shake him and lie on him and say that he planned the whole thing.
Yeah, because that's one of that's so.
And then
crazy.
They want to link him up with the Fed with that letter.
Right.
And I said this last week. I said, y'all got all this forensic and high-tech stuff going on. Why y'all can't see? You had to lick the letter.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
I want to see the wider old chromosomes.
Right.
Y'all got this spray. Y'all can put on the piece of paper, and it can take the enzymes from anybody who was touching that paper.
Yep.
You can get the fingerprint off.
Check for DNA.
You got all this MacGyver type stuff going on, and you can't link that letter because it didn't come from him. And then he mad because it didn't get enough exposure. Come on, man.
That man made $25,000 per episode, brother. Let me tell you, when you're not the lead character of any show, ain't nobody dissatisfied. So I don't even know where Eddie Johnson got this whole dissatisfaction theory from.
He was getting paid on the table. So.
And then right, probably. And then in addition to that, I want to add on what brother what Chief A said, and thank you guys for chiming in.
Thank you, Mr.
It's crazy how here it is. This man makes $25,000 per episode, right? Been on Empire since the show started.
And we're in their fifth season.
Right, fifth season. And you mean to tell me somebody's gonna participate? Two people gonna participate in the act for $3,500.
Listen. and then on the check, they said he got it in the memo as trainer.
Right, because he was training for a music video.
He was trained. He wanted him right.
He get his stomach muscles together.
They found out that he was everybody know. I ain't gonna use them terms, but everybody know he was gay,
Yeah, he's gay.
and he might have behind closed door. He might be a little timid.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Man.
You know, he got a girl name. You know,
Yeah.
I
know,
forgot his name, but
yeah,
remember a few years ago
because I know he wears
that
glasses.
he was
Al
no.
No. Channel 7.
Seven. Do morning. He do morning news.
He said he wear glasses.
He wear glasses, but he do the Buck Bill and Parade all the time.
Jose Sanders.
Jose Sanders.
Oh yeah, Jose
now
Sanders.
check this out. Remember a few years ago, he was having a battle with drugs.
Yes.
And
yeah,
he was going into the hood over there on the east side because he lived in Hyde Park. So you know, he got up with some of them guys that would front him because he making that money. And he started fronting until the point where his bill got outrageous. So they was saying, man, you better come with my money. We're gonna whoop you. You know what I'm saying? So he went to the feds.
Oh.
And told on them guys. But what he had to do, remember, he was off and on with his show for a minute. Mm-hmm. First, he was going into rehab,
right, for
the drug addiction. Mm-hmm. Remember, he had the drug addiction. Then all of a sudden, after the drug addiction, he came. I think he came with some type of cancer.
Right.
You know, I'm glad he's in remission or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. But he had his bouts with. But see, that's what them stars do. Mm-hmm. You know, they'll sell out the little man, but you made this mess.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You, because of your actions. Now these brothers got to, even though it was wrong, I was a drug dealer. I know.
Yeah.
You know, you gambling.
Yep.
Pretty much you gambling. So at the end of the day, you know, them guys went to jail, but he's back on the television, thank God. But that's the type of stuff that's going on. You get trapped into this, you know, you get all this stuff pushed on you. And yes, some
Hollywood.
People go into drugs, you know, some people don't. They get into some other type of lifestyle, some type of religion. But it is what it is. Y'all can go ahead and close it out. I'm done.
Well, let's get some shout outs in. I want to give a shout out to my brother Dex, Deli King Inc., located 410 West 71st Street. If you want some good food, that's the brother to need to holler. I'm not saying he's my brother, but he gets you right on the good meal. So shout out to Deli King Inc.
Deli King, yeah, I want to give a shout out to all the sisters, man, in the world. All the women, appreciate you, love you. The black women, black sisters. I'm not trying to leave any other ethnic group out, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be the liaison for the other ethnic groups because they already got their own liaisons. I can only speak for black women. March is Women's History Month. So all the brothers out here, look out, and sisters, you know, do some research, dig up some facts about an African-American woman, man, who made a great contribution to the society, man. This is Women's History Month, so we're gonna be honoring women.
Black Women's Expo.
Come on with
Black Women's Expo. You know,
let's get it. Love these women, man. Yeah. We gotta stop abusing our women, man.
Hey, just turn around. I advise older brothers or young brothers up under me. When you see the women on the block or on the bus stop, just tell them that they're beautiful
all day.
You just say you're beautiful,
right?
And or just say thank you.
There it is.
And they're gonna say, "What you thanking me for? For being a black woman."
That's right.
And see, that compliment goes a long way. If you start complimenting our sisters, then I think the sisters start supporting us more.
Absolutely.
That's another perspective.
Yeah, way to start off Women's Month.
So we're gonna get Wanda in here and y'all can close it. I'm gonna call her.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, so man, we really appreciate you guys chiming in with us. This is www.IntellectualRadio.com, and the name of this segment is Another Perspective. You know, I got a funky fresh panelist here. I got my play cousin Chris. I got Chief Ace, the beautiful Wanda, who's our engineer, and Wanda. Just to mention again, you know, this is Women's History Month, so we're giving a shout out to all the women, all the sisters, and it's beautiful that we got a beautiful sister that's an engineer running the show.
Got her own show.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing her thug thizzle.
So man, we thug thizzle. So we thank you guys for chiming in. Hey guys, go ahead and call you. We'll go give the shouts out. Call your names and stuff like that, so we can get.
Well, I want to shout out to SDMG music group, Kill K,
Kareem,
100K in the building.
The Hustler. You feel me? A High Beam, all of you brothers and sisters. My boy, Maniac. You feel me? My little brother, you already know. Fat Rat, you already know. Love you. Man, we just keep it moving, keep it pushing. Shouts out to anybody that's making it in the world, trying to do what's right, trying to change their life. Y'all know where y'all came from, but y'all also know where you're going. Keep your head up, keep your eyes on the prize. Be aware of your surroundings and keep living. God bless. I'm Ace the Real.
And I'm Chris Davis.
And I'm Maurice Walls, man. Thank you so much for chiming in. We love you, appreciate you. Peace and financial increase. You dig.
Peace.
IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain.
Thank you for chiming in. Thank you. That was good. I appreciate you. Miss Shirley, I see you, honey. I love you.